Hey guys, it's Stacy here with Life's a Project. I hope you all are having a very Merry Christmas. So today's project, I wanted to share with you how I made this decorative Noel ladder. So I seen something very similar to this in the store and thought it'd be fun to kind of recreate and do my own version of it. So let me show you how I made this ladder. It really was a fun project to do and I really am happy with the way that it turned out. So first off, I went to Lowe's and picked up two 1x2x8s. The first one they cut in half for me to make two 4-foot pieces. The next 1x2x8 they cut into 1-foot sections. So next I went to Hobby Lobby where I picked up these wooden letters, NEL. They measure about 8 inches tall and less than an inch wide in thickness. I already had this Rust-Oleum Colonial Red spray paint. And all I did is just spray paint all the letters and let them sit out here to dry. So I started off by painting the front side of the letters. I let that dry, came back out later, turned them over, and painted the back side. You really don't have to do that. It's kind of optional. I thought, why not just go ahead and paint both sides just in case, but you're really not going to see the letters from the back. So while these were drying, I went ahead and started to assemble my ladder, so I'll show you how I did that. So first I just laid out the wood, how I kind of wanted it to look, using my tape measure. The first step will be at 12 inches, then next 22, 32, and 42. So each step will be 10 inches apart. So to make each piece easy to measure and to mark, I just took both 4-foot pieces that make up the sides of the ladder, laid them down side by side, measured them off, and marked them with a permanent marker. So to assemble the ladder, I just used my DeWalt cordless impact driver and then used some screws I already had in my garage. These are 2-inch wood screws. I'm just using what I have. And then I have my wood laid out here, measured out, and I only had to use 4 of the 1-foot pieces to make up the ladder steps. So the ladder is all put together. You can see here's the top and down here is the bottom. And you can see where I screwed in the screws into the steps. So this should make it really strong and durable and just last for a very long time. So next I did stain the wood this dark walnut color. That step is totally optional. You don't have to do that if you like the lighter color wood. So I just used stain that I already had left over from past projects. So next I attached my wooden letters to the ladder by using the 2-inch wood screws just like before, and I went up through the bottom of each step into the letter. I used 2 screws for each letter, and I thought that would be more durable and more long-lasting than just using a glue. And then I went ahead and made a wreath to make the O in the Noel. So it got attached here. And I attached it using eye screws and some floral wire. So I took 1 screw and put it on the top in the center, and 1 on the bottom in the center, and using the floral wire I wired on the wreath, and I'll show you how I did that in just a minute. So here's all the supplies I used to make my wreath. Most of this I got for 50% off at Hobby Lobby. Some of these supplies I already had from past projects. So I got this 10-inch wreath form. I already had this ribbon. I made just a simple bow. I have some pine cones and some red berry clusters. And then over here, I have my floral wire and then some battery operated indoor-outdoor lights. So these are optional. You don't have to use lights if you don't want. I thought that it would give the wreath a really pretty, nice glow. So I attached the lights and I just kind of weave them in and out of the greenery. You can see here it has the little battery operated box. It has the timer function, which is really nice. So I just worked the light strand in between all the greens all the way around and then attach the bow. So next I added 4 pine cones and I just attached them using the floral wire, making false stems, and wired them into place. Next I used one of the large berry clusters. So on their own there were 2 large, the scale was off to use multiple large berry clusters on this small wreath. So I decided to break one cluster apart into single little berries and attach them on like that. So you can see here, one large berry cluster you can break apart into single berries, and each berry has a little wire stem, and I wired it into place like that. So here's a look from the back of the wreath where I wired it into place using the floral wire and attached it to the eye screws. And then I just took my box and wired it into place. And I simply just did that horizontally, just with some floral wire, so that you won't be able to see it from the front. And I want to be able to undo the wire to change out the batteries if needed. So guys, here it is all finished. I think it turned out really pretty, super happy with it, and it was such a fun project to do. A whole lot cheaper than buying it in the store. I have it leaned up here against the wall in my hallway. The lighting is really good in this area so that you can see it really well. I'm really happy with the walnut stain. I'm so happy with the way this wreath turned out. I think it looks really cute and I love the lights. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this project video. If you did, please share it with your friends. I hope you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any future projects like this one, like crafting and decorating, and other projects like gardening, planting, and recipe ideas. So go visit my channel, check out my videos, and I hope you are having a very blessed Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you in the new year on my next video. Bye.